Hi, this is Rob. Again, just talking about how to deal with behaviour and behaviour management. I think the first and foremost important point is sort of consistency. So your consistency in how you approach a situation, but also you need to run with that with the consistency in kindness and in trying to enable to empower the individual to make the situation better for themselves as well as you. It's not really about going in with like a zero tolerance approach, and that's going to be met with a kind of a lot of hostility. I mean, if you take, as I've said before, the principles of Batari's box, which is basically your thoughts affect your actions/behaviour, which then in turn affects another individual's thoughts, which then in turn affects their behaviour, which in turn then comes back round and influences individual one's thoughts and therefore behaviour, and you just kind of get the cycle with that. And I think when you're looking to try and change behaviour, you kind of want to look at what behaviours you want to teach or that you want to be taught, as opposed to trying to tackle everything like at once. I mean, positive reinforcement is definitely the way to go, but you've got to remember it's not just about if you're trying to change a behaviour, it's not like a them and us. Like approach relationships are symbiotic, so it's got to be, obviously, for someone to change their behaviour, it's got to be for their greater good, as well as yours. So that's the kind of thing. One of the best ways to do that is by modelling, as opposed to just having rules for the sake of rules. And also, what we remember is behaviour is also socially defined. So what an individual might not know or might not have learned is that a behaviour in a particular context is not acceptable in another. Let's take soccer fans. World Cup being pretty relevant at the moment, or having just finished, and you got the major European leagues are pretty much starting, but you wouldn't be chanting and shouting and screaming different things. Well, you probably maybe at the train station on the way to the game, maybe you certainly wouldn't be doing it in the office on a Monday morning. So if people are unaware or haven't learned that protocol, that's where you're going to see conflict in what people think is right and wrong, like in behaviour. And like I say, we're looking at that. The best way to kind of lead a change in it is through kindness, because what we've got to remember is individuals follow people first, not rules. Like I say, if you're kind of looking to try and change sort of people's behaviour using sort of like token economies, what we've got to remember there is they're open to corruption, and they can sort of fall apart pretty quick. There is no sort of magic wand, and a positive rapport cannot really be fast-tracked. I think you got one of the behaviour specialists on offer as well, Paul Dix. He calls it being deliberately bothered. So actually, you really got to make an effort in that individual, actually be bothered about really, or care about the individual, to see the change in them for the better. And to take out the emotion as well. If you're looking at you kind of dealing with people, but you've got to kind of take out your own ego, your own emotion. What is it about that behaviour that really needs a change, or are you wanting to change? What is, let's say, keep the focus on the positive benefits for all parties and stakeholders. And that's where extreme ownership comes into that. You've got to be responsible for the part that you play, bearing in mind the kind of Batari's box kind of outline. Do we just like, what is your input? What are you contributing for the best in this particular situation. Like I said, it's just having that honesty and not over promising, and just keeping consistent sort of routines. Like I say, if you can't agree on basic expectations, you can't change major issues. So, but I say the main message to always start with anything is be kind, be present. So actually look at what is going on in that moment in time, and be empathetic as well. But if anyone wants to ask any more questions, I can help you with that. And I wish you all a well and a good day. Take care. Bye.